Hello, namaskar, and welcome to StudyIQ. I am Prashant Mavani. I hope you're all doing good. Today is 26th November, and today I have two special topics for you guys. The first one is on Maritime, and the second one is on 2611. Both of them are very important topic. Maritime topic is, of course, inspiring. But before that, I would like to inform all of you that flat 60% off is available on all our pen drive and Android courses. 28th November is the last date, so make the most out of it, most out of this discount. If you want to know more about it, do check out StudyIQ.com. If you have any question or queries, feel free and give us a call on the numbers that you can see on your screen. Now, dear friends, on your screen we have Maritime, right? Sixth World Championship gold medal in boxing, 48 kilo category is in her hand, right? She is genuinely, I believe, one of the strongest, one of the greatest sportsmen ever in our country, right? Look at her age, look at her family responsibilities, and then as well, this lady here, right? This superstar here is the best in the world, and the place where she is at present, right? 6 times world championship, or you can say gold medal. This thing has not been achieved by any other woman apart from Maritime. So truly inspiring story of Maritime. I'm sure we all are aware about her story. We know about her struggles and things like that. And the thing is that you know what, the thing that separates this sporting champions from the rest, this legends from the rest, is this insatiable hunger for success, this thirst for success, this drive. They are not, you know, motivated by motivation, right? They are self-driven. They are self, I would say, they have their own motivation. They are self-inspired people. You know, that's the difference. I see so many students out there, you know, they if you talk about some motivational thing, then they will get motivated for time being, and after that you will find that they are again in their lows. Then again you give them a motivation, they are back, you know, at their peak, and again they will fall down. The thing is, right, what this legends do, or why they are a bit different, is they do the same amount of work, I believe, right? It's not that Maritime is practicing boxing for 24 hours. That's not practically possible. You have to keep a fine balance. You have to do your training. You have to get your proper rest, proper food, and other things as well that we have, you know, in our lives. So you have to learn to keep this fine balance, and it's more about quality, right? It's less about quantity. It's more about quality. It's not about how many hours you can read or how many hours you can study. If you analyze yourself, you'll find that you are studying for some 4 hours max, right? On an average, 4.5 or 5 hours max. But this 4 or 5 hours should be your best hours. You should be there, you know, you should learn, and focus is a thing. The more you practice, the better you get with it. So it's a very simple thing. It's not rocket science, right? It looks a bit difficult when you start, but there comes a time, if you know, hang on for time being, particularly in your starting phase, then you will pass through it. Now, I personally think that India's greatest sportsman since independence is a sportswoman, and that is Maritime. You'd argue Sachin Tendulkar. I have huge amount of respect for Sachin Tendulkar, no doubt. But the thing is, if you practically analyze things, then you realize that cricket is played only in a handful of countries, whilst boxing is a global sport. The other thing is with boxing is it's a contact sport. So your biggest enemy is not your opponent, but with your opponent, your age as well. You know, this time bomb is also your biggest opponent, because as you age, you slow down, your injuries are there with you, there are high chances that you get more injured, and all these things are, you can say these things are for someone else and not for Maritime. Because look at her career. 2002, she wins the first of her world titles. 2002, 16 years ago. And back in 2010, and the last time she won a medal before this one was when she was at that point of time in 2010, she was 27. 2016, she crashed out in the second round of the World Championships and failed to qualify for the Olympics. Can you believe that? In 2018, skipped Asiad for this world title, and in 2018, of course, she has won this world title, and now her next target is 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Truly inspiring legend, isn't it? Just to see here, right? She's playing boxing for such a long time now. She would be in her late 30s now, but winning a gold medal this age is outstanding, right? So you have this type of legends as well. So I'm sure all of us are reasonably inspired from this story of Mary Kom. Now we'll talk about this 10th anniversary of this 26/11, this Mumbai terror attack. In 21st century, this Mumbai terror attack is considered as one of the biggest or one of the lengthiest. It went on for some 4 days, and it was in itself a very challenging task. It becomes nearly impossible, to distinguish between who is terrorist and who is a citizen or who is an innocent person, because see, these terrorists, they came from Pakistan, and we are predominantly, you can say, same race. So it becomes very difficult. We wear same clothes, same food, language as well. You can, if training is given to you, then you can, of course, with the proper training, you can manipulate things. So it was in itself a very challenging mission. But we are not going to talk about this 26/11 as a story or what happened on that horrific day or those 4 days, right? We are going to focus, or we are going to assess coastal security preparedness of our country. This attack triggered a radical change in India's security setup, particularly this marine security or this coastal security. And the things have changed, since 26/11. We have this three-tier maritime, or you can say this security. We have Navy, we have Coast Guard, and we have Marine Police as well. So we have 3 different layers. But then as well, these 3 layers are not enough. And today we are going to talk about why they are not enough. An existing coastal security scheme, originally instituted in 2005, was expedited, and a greater fund allocation took place, and for coastal infrastructure, police stations and radar stations and other important infrastructures were created for this coastal security scheme. This coastal security scheme, we were doing all these things, but after 26/11, things started rolling out in a much faster pace. Beg your pardon? Now, if we go through latest CAG report, then we find that even today we have patrol boats, but we are not utilizing it optimally. A majority of coastal security projects are lagging behind. Some of them are dead, some of them are frozen, and some of them are at tortoise speed. Only a fraction of all the allocated funds are utilized properly. Unspent funds are there in our accounts. Manpower shortage is there. Delays in creation of shore-based infrastructure. Differing priorities of maritime security agencies. So Navy is heading towards this direction. Coastal Police is heading towards this direction, or Coast Guards are heading towards this direction, and Marine Police is heading towards this direction. So our energy is scattered, rather than it should be other way around. It should be, this should be our main goal, like say for example security, and everything should be heading towards this direction. Even if you're coming from this side or this side, it doesn't really matter. If at the end of the day, if we are going to meet at this point here, then that's the thing. What is going on in our country is that Navy believes that big ticket initiatives, that big ticket means joint operational exercises, and this coastal radar chains, and this intelligence network on communication channels, and big things, big expensive mighty projects are the only way out. That's what Navy believes. The Coast Guard, they have their own complaints, right? The biggest complaint, or the most severe, is this Marine Police is unwilling to fully integrate into this coastal security chain. So here you can see clashes between these 3 wings. So this is a big problem that we are facing at present. and this is not something that is impossible to achieve. We can of course fix it. A second flaw is the continuing absence of an apex maritime authority in India. How we are going to have one boss, or one, you can say, we need this sort of pyramid, isn't it? Even if we have three different wings, we can control all these wings only when we have something there right at the top. So we need proper leadership, we need full-time coastal security managers, and we have this National Maritime Authority. It was introduced in Parliament in 2013, but it has caught this red tape. It has become victim of this red tapeism. And India's 227 minor ports, out of which 180 they have minimal security. 27 have no security cover at all. When it comes to this ISPS code, that is International Ships and Ports Facility Code, we are unable to provide terror-free, or you can say, we don't have this setup that can protect these vessels and ships against this acts of terrorism. And apart from that, we are lacking in overall facilities, infrastructure, equipments, and other things. So even today, after 10 years, we are celebrating, not celebrating, in fact we are mourning this 10th anniversary of 26/11, and we should be celebrating that. In an ideal world, we should be celebrating that at least now we are secure, but we are still very far from this perfection, or when it comes to coastal security. So I hope we have got the message here. Now let's talk about this NCC, National Cadet Corps, right? National Cadet Corps is the largest uniformed youth organization in the world, celebrating its 70th Rising Day. That means 70th birthday, and it has played a very important role in may it be Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, or Swasth Bharat, or for health, for immunization program, blood donation programs, yoga, digital literacy, so many things. NCC boys and girls are always there, and it's a very important platform for overall personality development too. Then Brexit, in a major breakthrough, United Kingdom's withdrawal agreement from the European Union has been approved by EU leaders. Early on, they used to have 28 leaders, but now they have 27 leaders, and this 27 leaders of this economic bloc called European Union, they have provided their green signal, or their nod, that yes, Britain can step out of this European Union. There was no formal vote with EU proceeding by consensus. No one was against it, so everything was cushy, and it follows more than 18 months of negotiations between the two sides, which began when the UK triggered Article 50 in the wake of 2016's referendum to leave European Union. So I have one question for you guys. Can you give me the exact date, right? Exact scheduled date on which UK will formally leave European Union. It's in 2019, right? So give me a date. That's your question of the day. Now on your screen you have this gentleman here. His name is Shri C.K. Jafar Sharif. He was a parliamentarian. He is not with us anymore, so hats off to this parliamentarian who has provided his services and his valuable time for the betterment of our nation. He has also worked as a union cabinet minister too. Then on your screen we have Shri Ambrish, right? An actor and a politician, and again he is no more between us. So thank you very much for all your contribution. Our Admiral Sunil Lanba will be in Russia from 26th to 29th, and the main aim of his visit to Russia is to explore avenues for defense cooperation. And we are going to interact with each other. We have always Russia and India, or Indian Navy and Russian Navy. We have cooperated with each other, and we have worked with each other for such a long period of time now. This Indra Navy exercise is going on between Russia and Russia and India since 2003. We are conducting this Indra Tri-Series exercise in which we have Army, Navy and Air Force. This is going on since 2017, and this Indra Navy is going to take place in December 2018. Last item of the day is coming from Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievance and Pensions. Dr. Jitendra Singh has stated that in the last 4.5 years, the government has brought most of the public authorities under the purview of RTI Act, which is in keeping with commitment to ensure maximum transparency in working of these institutions. And he has also said that nearly 2,000 public authorities are under RTI since last 4.5 years, since this Modi government. So that's everything in today's discussion. Thank you very much. Tomorrow I will bring some more special topics for you, some interesting, not in terms of quantity but in terms of quality, more you can say, important special topics for you guys. That's everything. Enjoy your studies. Please make sure that you share this lecture with other students. God bless you all. Jai Hind.